shoulders of our ancestors, Brother Leo Muhammad.
Greetings, family. I didn't really come here today to speak. I really came to look and to listen to what was going to be said about this particular situation. Because as much as I speak, I like to listen, because listening is learning. And I'm always wondering about where we are as a people now in March of 2022. We have yet another incident where black people are having to come to terms with the fact that over 400 years of trauma doesn't appear to be over. And then I wonder to myself, how long will it be that we will continue as a people to be reactionaries, to react to things that happen to us? And how long will it be before we recognize that just being a reactionary people does not work and will not change our condition? How long before we recognize that child Q is not unique, and that this type of thing has been going on for an extremely long time? And what happened to the young sister is what was routinely done to us as a people during our enslavement. And that what the police did wasn't accidental. It wasn't because a few bad apples. It wasn't because these were some male officers who held down a female. It was two female officers. And what that does, that teaches you, and to teach you, it speaks volumes. Because what it tells you is that the mentality, whether male or female, within that police force, not service, police force, is the same. And that when the police did what they did to the young sister, there was no consideration about her humanity or any repercussions. They did what they did with impunity. Why did they do what they did with impunity? They did it because after 168 black deaths in custody with no prosecution, that's impunity. That's a feeling of invincibility. That's a feeling that nothing will come of this. That's a feeling that these people can be treated with inhumanity into perpetuity. Why do they have this attitude and this mentality? One of the main reasons why they have this attitude and this mentality is because we as a people, black people, and I make no apology for saying black people, African people, original people, we as a people are the only people on earth, in this country in particular, who refuse to do what other people take for granted. Do you want to know what I'm talking about? In London, in Birmingham, in all of the major cities of this country, you will find a Chinatown. Chinatown. Chinese people in England who recognize that they will not be able to exercise any power or any autonomy or any strength or any independence unless they have their own. The song says, God helps the child who has his own. We are the only people who refuse to have our own. We let people call us names if we recognize that as black people, we must have some of this earth that we can call our own. The Windrush was 1948. There is no building of this size or this magnitude that you and I can point to and say that belongs to us. When the Japanese tourists fly into the UK tomorrow, whether you know it or not, that Japanese tourist doesn't just want to go and take a picture in Big Ben. Those Japanese tourists would also like to go and see the black community. And they would come and take pictures. But there is no black community for them to see. Because we have no infrastructure. We have no unity. We have fallen into the trap of becoming individuals. We need to unify. I'll end on this note. In the Nation of Islam, of which I'm a member, we are taught that no nation can rise any higher than its woman. The black woman is the mother of civilization. There are no people that could exist on this planet unless they came via the womb of the black woman. The black woman carried the black man in her womb for 9 months, and she's carried us on her backs for the last 400 years. She is the one who has been mostly in the vanguard, believe it or not. And today, many of us as black men, we are letting our women down. We are letting our girls down. We have become so sweet and so soft and so honor-like ourselves. The black woman, she is in search of a man. She wants a man who is willing to step up and be a man, be a protector and a provider for the family and the children. And most of us as men, we are missing in action. This is real. You can take it or leave it. But this is real. Black men, we need to step up. We need to unify and organize. Many of our young boys are going around today stabbing and shooting one another because they have no upright black man, strong man, to give them an example of what a man should be. This is real. And so, dear family, I'm appealing to us. We can do what other people do. We must stop apologizing for being black people. Stop this nonsense talk. Whenever you talk about being black, you quickly have to add, oh, and I mean everybody else. Stop it. I was involved in that iconic show, The Real McCoy, for 5 years on the BBC as a writer and performer. And in The Real McCoy, we had to have white people. We had to have Asian people. We had to have everybody had to be involved. Everybody had to be included. It had to be diverse. But when the Asians have got their program, do you see any of us in it? We've got to stop this. We've got to demand our own. We've got to educate our own children. Some of them will end up in the mainstream schools. That's cool. And we can monitor those schools, and we can police those schools, and we can make sure that those schools respect our children. But the first priority must be that we create a brand new educational paradigm for ourselves. We must do this. Putting our children in these schools were never designed to educate our children. Do you know that the vast majority of black children, at a certain point in their school, the teacher will ask them, what do you want to be? And do you know that when they say, I want to be a doctor, or a lawyer, or an airline pilot, or some scientist, or something of that magnitude, do you know that on average, 9 out of 10 of those children will be told, really? And they'll be made to feel like they cannot achieve it. And they'll maybe have suggestions made to them, like maybe you could be a runner, or you could be a singer or a dancer. There you go. And so, dear family, I'm appealing to you. Understand this, there is not one of you here, and I'm talking specifically, I thank those who are white and those who are other than black who come out to support. We respect you and we honor you for your taking a stance in recognizing the value of black people. But I'm talking to the black people who are here right now. And I'm telling you, male or female, young or old, you are more than who you think you are. And you must stop this mentality of inferiority, where you walk around trying to get other people to love, honor, and respect you, rather than you looking in the mirror and love, honoring, and respecting yourself. First and foremost. As a black man, when I look in that mirror, I want you to hear me. I love this. I don't want to be like no other man. I am the original man. I love these black lips. I love this black nose. I love big eyes. If I had hair, I would rub it for you. Understand this. You think that you are inferior. And some of you get upset. Somebody says, oh, you nignog, or you monkey. And some of us get all twitchy. And you can call me a monkey all day long. Because it has no effect on me. Because I'm a black man. There is no relationship between me and no monkey. You shave that monkey down and look at his complexion. Have a good look at the monkey's lips. He ain't got lips like this. Know who you are. Love yourself. The black woman, you're a very special woman. And I'm saying, brothers, we have to start to respect this black woman more than we've ever done before. We have to elevate her. Put her back on the pedestal where she belongs. She is the queen of this planet. Hear me well, this ain't no rhetoric. And by the way, they all know it. Everyone knows your identity except for you. Stop trying to be other than yourself. Stop allowing people to dress you and to fashion you. You know by nature who you are and how you should present yourself. You have a conscience and it speaks to you. And when that conscience, when you ignore it enough and it stops speaking to you, you're in deep trouble. And it's the same with the black man. And so, as I said, family, I do apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings. That's not the intention. It's not the intention. But I really came out to listen. And what I heard some good stuff. But at the same time, I heard that there's a lot missing from the conversation. And that main thing is about our unity. Stop being afraid of unity. Stop being afraid of the nation of Islam. See, me and him, we look the same. Me and him, we look the same. Why? Because did you know that one time they said, all you niggers look the same? And you know what we did? When they said that, we said, no we don't. And we all ran off in different directions, trying to look different. No, we look the same. And we're glad to look the same because we are brothers and sisters. We want to look the same. We want to be family. This is what this thing is all about. And so, family, thank you for coming out and supporting our young sister, Child Q. If you want to know what the Q stands for, that's right. Queen and unanswered questions. Too many of us get nervous and allow other people to question us. They question our identity, they question our status, they question who we are, and we are always on the back foot. What you need to do is to start asking your own questions. Question the system, question the enemy, question the police, question the schools, and you will find them running because they can't answer our questions. And so, family, thank you for allowing me these few moments to address you. Let us pray for that young sister. Those of you who know the sister, Child Q, don't reveal her identity. She has been traumatized enough. Don't put her out in front of these bulls, this wicked media, because their aim would be to destroy her. Sister Sasha Johnson, a young sister with 2 children, was growing up to be a warrior for black people. They say that she was accidentally shot in the head. I don't believe in such coincidence. I don't believe in such coincidence. They cut our people down all the time. I'm asking you to pray for Sasha. Pray for her family. Pray for all of our warriors, both male and female. We have a long way to go. We've just come out of this COVID. It's not over yet. And part of COVID was aimed specifically at us. Understand me. What you see happening in Ukraine is not going to stay in Ukraine. It's coming here. Britain, this country, Britain, will become a theater of war. It is only a matter of time. Those black people in the Ukraine, you see what's happening to them? The same thing is in store for us here. If we do not get together and unite as a black family, a black community, a black nation, in unity there is strength. Get rid of your individual mentality. We must become a family again. When I see each of you, I see my kids and my kin. You are brothers and sisters to me. I am the uncle to every child here. I am a brother to every child here. And this is how we've got to change this mentality. Dear family, thank you.